So we bought our new travel trailer.
Yay! Now what? What do we need to go camping?
Hey guys, Tanya and David, and we're out side by side.
In this video, we're going to show you the top gear and the top tools that you're going to need when you first purchase your travel trailer. We know that sometimes things can get very confusing. There's a lot going on when you purchase your first travel trailer. This is a video you're definitely going to want to see. Stay tuned. So this weekend, we are at one of our favorite state parks, and we are camping in the winter. And in Texas, it's kind of a 4-season thing where you can camp all year round, but it's very cold this weekend because we've had some cold fronts come in. So in this video, we're going to show you the essentials you need when you purchase your first travel trailer, because you can't go camping without them, right? And we're going to break this down into 4 groups. The first group is going to be towing. The second group is going to be jacking and leveling. The third group is going to be electrical, water, and sewer. And the fourth group is going to be tools. And the last group is going to be gear.
Let us know what items you feel are the most important when you first purchase your travel trailer.
Yes. And also let us know if you have any questions. We're going to put all of our items in the links below, so check that out too.
So when you purchase your travel trailer from the dealer, especially if it's a new travel trailer, you usually get a couple items that come with it. One of the items is going to be your 30 or your 50 amp extension cord. The other item is going to be propane. They usually give you propane when you purchase your travel trailer. And then the other item that you'll get is probably a battery. So those are the 3 things that you usually get when you purchase your trailer that you don't need to worry about. There's going to be a lot of other items that you're going to need to get to be able to use your travel trailer and enjoy it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start first with the towing. The first thing that you're going to need is a weight distribution hitch, or a ball and a hitch that's sufficient to pull your trailer. Now, we can't really recommend what's going to be right for you because it depends on your truck and your trailer and your weight and all of the items that go with that. The weight distribution hitch that we're currently using is by Camco. It's been working great for us. It's the Recurve R3, and we really like it. We have a video on that. We'll post it below in the description. The next item that I would recommend for towing, it's something that's very essential, is a tire pressure monitor system. This is something that you install on your stems on your tires, and it's going to let you know if you have low pressure or a flat tire, which can give you an early warning to prevent problems on the side of the road. But it's definitely something that I would consider, and we have a video on that as well. We'll put that below in the description. Another item that we would recommend, it's probably want to get some kind of a hitch lock, where if you do leave your trailer at your campsite, whether it's at storage or you're using it camping, you want to be able to lock your trailer to keep it secure so somebody doesn't drive up and grab it when you're not around. We're currently using the Kohree hitch lock, and yes, we also have a video on this. We'll leave a link to it in the description below.
All right, so after you unhitch, the first thing you're going to want to do is chalk and level. So that's going to be our second grouping, chalking and leveling. So the first item you're definitely going to need is you're going to need chalks, and they're not going to give these to you at the RV store. You're going to have to purchase them. The RV store is going to try to sell you items, but they are 3 times the amount at the RV store. We highly recommend that you just use Amazon. We have found the best pricing on Amazon. We just use your standard chalks. These will work perfectly, and we're going to put all the links in the description below, so just check that out. Second item, or you're going to need leveling blocks. These are critical because you can't level your trailer left to right without leveling blocks. You have to have them. On this particular weekend, we had to put several under here, and a lot of times you'll have to use them under your stabilizers as well. Or sometimes you might have to put them under your tires, which is part of the leveling process. Another thing we want to mention that we actually just recently purchased was X-Chocks. These give you a lot more stability and security, and we've really enjoyed having the X-Chocks. So it's not a necessity. It only works, of course, on tandem axle trailers, but it's something we highly recommend. The other thing is, of course, a level. And nowadays you can use your standard level. We have an old, as you can see, ugly level that works perfect, but they do have level apps. I'm not sure if we really recommend those because you don't know if they're going to be 100% accurate, but our good old faithful level has done the trick and it has worked. And why change what's working, right? So make sure you have a level. That's very important. So when you first purchase your RV, you're going to get your standard manual stabilizer crank. And this is all fine and dandy, but it's not conducive to making sure you get your stabilizers down. It's just a pain, right? Get yourself an electric drill with a 3/4 inch socket. It's going to make your life so much easier.
All right.
All right.
After you get your trailer chocked and leveled, the number 3 group is going to be your utilities, which includes electrical, water, and sewer. We always like to start with the electrical. We have a 30 amp trailer, so we have an extension cord that goes from our trailer to the pedestal. It's a good idea to also have an extension to that, just in case your other 30 amp cord is too short. You're going to need some kind of a basic surge protector. This is a really basic one, and it has the different lights on there to show you if you have a good connection, an open neutral, open ground, or a reverse polarity, or no power at all. So this is also to protect your RV from electrical problems. So that's also, I would say, a necessity. The reason you're going to need one of these is sometimes when you get to these campsites, you're not really sure what the electrical situation is going to be. And this is to protect your camper from problems. Also, sometimes you'll get into a situation to where if your 30 amp is not working at the pedestal, you can get an adapter like this to where you can plug this into the 50 amp and convert it to 30 amp just in case there's a problem with that breaker. This is not a bad idea to have. Also, you could get into a situation where there's no 30 or 50 and all you have is 20 amp. So this adapter right here takes 20 to 30. So if you're going to your friend's house or you're at home and you need to just use plain 20 amp electrical, I would say this is something that you definitely want to have as well. Here's another version of that where you can plug it into the twist lock and plug it into a regular extension cord. So this is just another nice thing to have as well. Also, you're going to need a drinking water hose, not a regular water hose, but a drinking water hose, which is designed for your drinking water so that it doesn't have a nasty rubber hose taste like what we used to drink out of when we were kids. We would highly recommend this one. This is a 50-foot 0G. It's very easy to roll up. It doesn't kink, and it's easy to store. So one of these are great to have, and we would highly recommend it. The next thing that you're going to need is a water pressure regulator. What this does is it protects your trailer from the water pressure when the water pressure is too high, which can blow out your plumbing or cause leaks. This one right here, you can preset the pressure. Right now I have it set at 50 PSI, but apparently the campsite that we're currently at this weekend, the pressure is actually pretty low. It's only about 30, but it will not exceed the amount that I have set at 50. The next thing you're going to need is a water filter. This is just a simple inline water filter. You can get this at Walmart or on Amazon. It's just a basic water filter. Nothing fancy here, and we don't drink our water coming out of this hose. We bring our water for that, but we're still trying to protect our water heater and our appliances and our shower from just the basic things that are in the water. And we are currently using a heated water hose this weekend since it's cold. It plugs into the pedestal. It's not something that you have to have, but it does prevent it from freezing. So this water hose is plugged in here, and it's warm if you actually feel it, and it goes into our camper over here. And last but not least on your utilities is going to be your sewer hookup. At this campsite this weekend, we do have full hookups at the campsite, and this is something you're going to need regardless if you have hookups at the campsite or if you need to go to the dump station on the way out. You will need a sewer hose. that connects to your camper, and you will need an elbow that goes into the sewer hookup, and we would highly recommend a clear elbow. And I'm going to go ahead and dump this right now. We're going to pull our gray just so you can kind of get an idea why it's nice to have a clear one, because you can actually see your sewer dumping, and it kind of gives you an idea if you're empty or not and if it's flowing correctly. Our next section is going to be tools. One thing about RVing and camping is you're always going to run into problems that you need to fix. And what I've learned is if you don't have a dedicated set of tools, to where if you don't have to transfer stuff from your toolbox at home to the trailer, that you can just leave in the trailer, that really keeps you from forgetting items at home that you would need in case of an emergency or a repair. So the first thing I've purchased is this. I got this at Harbor Freight, and I'm going to open this up and show it to you. So this is just a basic set of tools. It's got a lot of sockets, ratchets, some pliers, or some wrenches, some drill bit tips and sockets. And so this is really good to have, and it's nice and compact so that you can keep it and you'll have just whatever you would need to repair things. So that's a good thing to have. Also, I have another little tool bag here. It's just got your basic pliers, wrenches, vice grips, wire cutters, just a place to put some of your items. It's also a good idea to have the different kinds of lubes that you might need. WD-40, some silicone spray. Also have another set of screwdriver tips. And another thing that you want to make sure that you have is you need to have a means of changing a flat tire. So we've purchased some emergency flares or strobe lights for the side of the road. One time we did have a blowout on the side of I-10, and so we didn't have some flares, and it's a really good idea to have these items to where when you do have a flat tire that you can change it quickly and safely. You're also going to need some kind of lug wrench that fits your trailer, because your lug wrench that came with your truck might not work for your trailer. So we have one of these. This one does fold up. So it's nice to have a basic air compressor. I'm currently using some of the Ryobi tools where I can just move batteries from one thing to another, from a drill to a flashlight. So this is an air compressor, because whenever you check your tires, you're going to need a way of putting air in them. And this one does also have a digital gauge, which is nice to have. Also, don't forget a good basic jack. We're just using a hydraulic bottle jack, and it comes in this nice box. And it's something that you would definitely need on the side of the road to repair or change your flat. Like I said before, it's good to have a basic drill. This thing has many functions, as you would know. And we do have also, not necessary, but I do have a 1/2 inch impact lug wrench, which makes changing a tire very quick on the side of the road, which the faster you can do it, the better off you are. Also a basic flashlight. You would definitely need that as well. I think that should cover all the basic tools that you need. Like I said, these aren't a necessity that you would need to go camping for the first time, but it's definitely something that you want to have in your camper, because like Tanya and I always say, you never know what's going to happen when you're camping, and there's always something that you need to fix. And just like any handyman knows, duct tape is a necessity, because there's so much that you can do or fix with duct tape. If your roof rips or something happens to one of your bins and you need to close it, things like that, duct tape is a must for camping. It's also a good idea to have an extra pin for your hitch and for your latch, just in case you lose one of these items, which can easily happen. It's nice to have extras. That should be it for the basic tools. I hope all this helps.
All right, last but not least is number 5, which is gear. Look, guys, this is common sense, but we want to make sure that you have a first aid kit. This is very important when you're out in the woods, out in your campsites. You want to have something that's going to help you if you get hurt.
When you purchase your travel trailer, it should come with a fire extinguisher, but you always want to make sure that your fire extinguisher is good. Check the gauge. Also, it's not a bad idea to have a second fire extinguisher in your truck, just in case you have some kind of an issue.
Yeah, very important. Your travel trailer RV should come with smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Make sure you bring batteries. We always have batteries with us in case we need to replace those or replace something that uses batteries. And sometimes you're not in a place where you can get to the store. So that's very, very important. All right, guys. The last thing we ask of you is to make sure you have fun. That's the most important. It seems like this is a long list and a lot of items, but you can get them over time. Start purchasing them little by little. We know that it can get very expensive. It can seem like an expensive hobby, but so is golf, right? So let's enjoy, have fun. We welcome you to the travel trailer life. We've said it in many videos. The travel trailer life is so much fun and you are going to have a blast.
And it's always an adventure. And like I always say, you never know what problem you're going to have to overcome, but it's all part of the fun.
Yes.
The most important thing is that you're prepared to where if you do have a problem, you can overcome that problem and not spoil your weekend with your friends or your family.
Yes. If you like videos like these, share this video with anybody that is looking to purchase a travel trailer. If you have a friend, if you have a family member, a coworker that's saying, hey, we want to buy a travel trailer, please send them our way. Share our channel because we focus on you, the newbie. We love you guys. We appreciate you. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for always tuning in.
Let us know if there's anything that we've left out, or if you have any suggestions that might help other newbies. As always, we appreciate you watching our videos, and we look forward to making another one for you, and we'll see you on the next.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Shush, 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 shush. How's it go, that song? Shove me in the shallow, shallow. Shush, 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 shallow. Not shadow, but shallow.
Shallow.
All right.
Okay. So when you first purchase your RV, you're going to get your manual standard RV
stabilizer.
Yeah. You're going to get your start it. When you first get your travel trailer, you're going to get your standard manual
stabilizer crank.
Okay. You're going to get your manual what is it called?
It's a manual stabilizer crank.
Manual stabilizer crank. Manual stabilizer crank. You're going to get your standard manual.
So the number 3 group is after you get your trailer chocked and leveled.
Okay. Look like you're having fun.